cold.
Figured I had to bust out the Glacier gear a little too early.
It is a cold morning this morning. We are packing up. We're going to head up to Glacier National Park. It's about a three and a half hour drive from here on the pavement. You could follow the Continental Divide Trail, but we'd just run out of time if we did that. We really want to come back down through Idaho. That's really the main reason we're here. So it's all pavement. When we got to Glacier, we found out that the entire east side of the park was closed, which means we missed out on some of the best views. We were still able to drive up going to the Sun Road, along McDonald Creek and as far as Avalanche Creek. We'd heard that the few open hikes were very crowded, so we decided that we'd head to the less visited north end of the park the next day. On our way into the park last night, we found out that you're not allowed to take trailers on one of the trails we're going to take. It's an unpaved road that goes up the west side of Glacier National Park, up to a few lakes and then up to the Canadian border eventually. And we were planning on taking that all the way up to the Canadian border. Border crossing's closed, but we wanted to go up there just because it'd be cool. But because they don't allow trailers, obviously Andreas can't take his. So we ended up going back into town just outside of West Glacier, and we got a campground because that way Andreas can leave his trailer there. So today we're heading back into the park without his trailer. We're going to go up that unpaved road, up to the lakes, do a couple of hikes up there. We'll check it out, show you what it's like around the park, or as much of the park as we can do. As we'd driven through Montana, we had noticed signs for huckleberry at pretty much every town. It's in everything. Candles, sauces and dressings, cakes, candy, skincare products and soaps. We decided it was time to try some, so we picked up a huckleberry bar from Polbridge Mercantile.
Yep, that's good.
It is a beautiful morning here just outside of West Glacier at our campground, and by beautiful I mean damp. It's just been steadily raining all night. Luckily we were nice and dry inside our tent, well, until I got outside of the tent, and obviously Andreas' family was nice and dry inside his camper. I think he's now soaked through because he's been up for some time packing stuff up. Today we are going to take the highway over to Idaho. We've got about a 3-hour drive to Wallace, Idaho, where we're going to pick up the Idaho Backcountry Discovery Route.
Did you do that?
No.
It went tink tink.
I heard it. That's why I tried pulling on the door to see if it was unlocked or locked. Here, close your door. I'm going to lock the vehicle and see if it unlocks itself.
Hear it?
Yeah, that's not me. I don't know what's going on.
You can cool.
Now it's unlocking again. Is that still running?
Yeah.
It's just constantly unlocking. That's weird. I wonder if this button's stuck. That seems to have fixed it.
Do the other way.
Oh, now it's going again. Well, I just got done airing down and it's still doing it. It's still unlocking all the doors and I haven't a clue why it's doing that. It doesn't seem to do it when the vehicle's locked, so that's good. It's not like I'm going to lock it, walk away and come back and the vehicle's unlocked and all my stuff's gone. I thought it could be the battery, but the battery's fine. It's 12.7 volts, so I'm out of ideas. If you know, if you can figure it out, let me know. Anyway, we're gonna get on with the day. We're on the Backcountry Discovery Route here, just south of Wallace in Idaho, and I think the sun might be trying to come through the clouds. That'd be nice. It's definitely stopped raining for now. So if you end up doing the Backcountry Discovery Route through Idaho, I recommend a small detour just here south of Wallace. The original route, so my shoulder down there, it follows the river, and it's cool. But this route basically follows the same kind of line, but it takes you over a series of bridges and tunnels, and I think it's way cooler.
So we crossed the bridge, and it's a pretty cool one. So Rob is talking to himself now, and I'm giving it a shot right now just to see if I can do something like this. But here's the minute of the hour.
What are we doing?
He just walked this whole, it's like a mile bridge, but
Yeah.
it's really a tenth of a mile.
We vlogging here.
I don't even know if I'm recording.
You're not recording?
Is it recording?
It's off.
Oh.
That's not good.
No, the little red button's on.
Yeah. It is recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just
So,
push.
You may be allowed to use this if it's good, you know, if it's
If it's got your face in it, it's good.
I'm gonna put this on before I drop the camera.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put mine on too.
Especially when taking shots over 300 feet bridges.
Just getting shots for the gram.
I'm liking this camera, dude. I may have to splurge and
You upgrade for your Instagram game.
upgrade.
How can we follow you?
Upgrade from a phone. Drede_Lander. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the screen like right here, so we can all follow you. As we went south, we climbed to a little over 5,000 feet in altitude. We started seeing patches of steaming snow, which we thought was really cool. The fog, moss-covered trees, and complete silence of the forest gave it a very mysterious feeling. Yeah, I've got a shovel. I mean, even if we cut this tree down, that little embankment under the tree is too much to get over.
Which one?
Huh?
What embankment?
The embankment you're standing right next to. You see the bank of snow?
Yeah.
Under the
That's what
tree?
I was telling you about.
Yeah.
We would have to shovel out.
Yeah, like we're not gonna get over that.
Yeah, we would have to.
Shovel a path.
Yeah. But then I see another tree down, I think further down.
Yeah, I see tracks going around this tree, but I don't think we're gonna make it through that with the trailer. After another hour of working our way through patches of snow, moving another 2 trees, and having to use the winch a couple of times, the novelty of the snow was starting to wear thin. Then, Andreas got a puncture. This isn't going well, is it?
Huh?
Said this isn't going well, is it?
It was going great.
Right.
It was going great. There you go, Rob.
Show
You know
me
where this goes.
show me what you did.
Oh,
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Little
Wow.
tap right there.
While we were changing the wheel, we were reminded that we should be paying attention to our surroundings. Out of nowhere, a moose crossed about a car length in front of the Forerunner.
Can you still see it? Come back.
It circled us several times as we worked, constantly watching, curious what we were doing in its forest. It was still there, keeping an eye on us as we finally packed up to leave. Power!
Stop!
It's not working. The snow was tough going. We learned pretty quickly that speed was not the answer for the deepest snow, since we'd dig in and lose all momentum. Crawling allowed us to stay on top. We still had other issues outside of our control, though. Ah, there's another tree.
Tree number 4.
Being less than a mile from the highest point of the trail, we had continued through conditions that we would normally have given up on. We had spent hours crawling, winching, and clearing several more trees, until it was finally time to call it a night. Well, I just got stuck again in the snow, and it was going to be a winch job, and we've still got quite a long way to go. We're almost at the peak of the hill, and then it's all downhill from there, but with the sun going down and needing to winch, and I'm exhausted. I know Andreas is exhausted. Everyone's tired of doing this. Also hungry. Haven't had dinner yet. So we've pulled up. I know I'm blocking the trail, but the chances of someone coming through here are slim. The chances of someone coming through here in the morning before we leave are even slimmer, because it's probably going to take them hours to get here. I know it's taken us all day. I marked a camp spot earlier. It was 3:30 that I marked it, and it's almost 9 o'clock now, and it was about 3.5 miles back. So we've not gone far at all. So set up camp, and I'll see you in the morning.